What is up, it's Misty, and today we're diving into the best full team of Pokemon to easily clear the Kanto story in PokeMMO. The team we're going to go through today will handle every Gary rival battle, gym leader, Elite Four member, and Team Rocket battle, all with great synergy and full HM coverage. The best part? You won't need to touch the global trade link for this core team, ensuring you can build it organically even if Kanto is your very first region. But if this isn't your first region and you've got the budget, feel free to pick up any of these mons earlier. Also, per usual, if you've been here for my other guides, I'll have a bonus Pokemon you can purchase from the GTL that will make life even easier at the end of the team breakdown. We'll be using Squirtle as your starter, which is arguably the best choice for Kanto. If you're wanting more detail on why I chose Squirtle, I've got another video linked in the description that covers the best starter to pick for every region. This marks the final guide in my series for clearing all of the regions in PokeMMO, and it's been a crazy amount of time and effort, but all of your feedback has made it worth it because it's been super awesome hearing how many people this has helped. I made one of these videos for every region if you didn't know, and the links for those are included in the description. Kanto was the final region completed because it actually has the highest level cap. When I first started playing, I began in the Kanto region and then was ultra sad to realize I would never again be able to use my Elite Four team for any other region. If you're interested in my recommendation for the optimal sequence to complete all of the regions in PokeMMO, check out the video I've got in the description for that too. Quick side note, now that I've completed this series, I think I have some great ideas for upcoming videos, but I always want to hear from you. If there's something you've been looking for a guide on and haven't found yet, leave a comment letting me know it'd be a cool video to see. For many of us old heads, Kanto is the OG region, so the nostalgia is real, and I've been looking forward to doing this region guide. Not only that, but Kanto is also the primary location for most events that take place in the game, and Vermilion City is the #1 hangout, so you'll definitely be spending a lot of time here after you've cleared the story. Now, one final thing to keep in mind before getting into the team, story playthroughs don't require perfect EV training, especially if this is your first region without having a sweet center and access to the best horde training locations. Don't stress too much about EV optimization for your story playthrough. Your starters and any gift or trade Pokemon will come with neutral natures and 15s across the board for IVs. While I'll recommend ideal IVs of 25+ in key stats, these aren't strictly necessary for story progression. Just focus on having fun with a strong synergistic team. If you really want to optimize your EVs anyway, I recommend just mirroring the prioritized IVs. So for example, if special attack and speed should be 25+, then those are the ones that should also be EV maxed. I've got a video for the best EV and experience training strategy too that I'll link in the description for you to check out once you need it and have gotten through the story. Now, enough intro, let's get to the team breakdown and go through the Pokemon in the order that you'll get them. First up is the Startermon Squirtle that you'll choose in Pallet Town. It evolves into Wartortle at level 16 and then into Blastoise at level 36, which is after you get to the 3rd gym. As a story Pokemon, like just mentioned, it will have a neutral nature and 15s across the board for IVs. For the moveset, we'll go with Bite learned at level 12, Water Pulse learned at level 15, Shell Smash learned at level 35, Surf via HM you get from the secret house in the Safari Zone, and then good old Hydro Pump learned at level 49 to replace Water Pulse. Lastly, we'll do Ice Beam via TM purchased from the Celadon City department store and will replace Bite. When you get to the Sevi Islands story past the Elite Four and you need it, you can replace Hydro Pump with Waterfall. Not exactly ideal, but it's the end of the region and at that point you likely won't be using this Pokemon much longer. Squirtle has a Torrent ability, which means when it falls below 25% HP, the power of its water moves is boosted by 50%. Normally we'd lean into that and have it hold the Mystic Water item, further boosting water type moves, but it's available only as a 5% chance held item on wild Pokemon. If you want to do that, look for it on a Goldeen or a Lapras. I'm pretty sure you can buy one for 1,000 coins at the Celadon Game Corner, but I haven't tested that myself to be honest. Instead, we'll opt for a much lazier option and buy a Shell Bell from the Celadon department store. It restores 1/8 of the damage you deal rounded down, but not less than 1. So this will add a small bit of survivability to go along with the Shell Smash. Your starter will serve you well as a strong special water type attacker that will get really scary when you Shell Smash and start Hydro Pumping, and has the Ice Beam coverage for the dragons and other things that you'll need along the way. The second spot is a tried and true classic in Pidgey. You'll catch it on Route 1 right at the start of the game, and it evolves in a Pidgeotto at level 18 and then in a Pidgeot at level 36. You want the nature to be adamant ideally, but Jolly would be good also, and you want to prioritize 25+ in attack and speed IVs with 15+ on the others and special attack not mattering. For its ability, find a Pidgey with the Keen Eye ability, which means it can't get its accuracy reduced, and that's actually pretty useful, especially in the beginning of the game where you get sand attacked endlessly. Its moveset will be Wing Attack learned at level 15, Fly via HM you'll find on Route 16, Tailwind learned at level 50, and Aerial Ace learned at level 56. We're going to give it a Sharp Beak to hold to boost its stab flying moves by 20%, and you should be able to find one of those on Route 12. Pidgeot provides excellent fast physical flying type damage and can boost the speed of your whole team as well as being your essential flying HM user. Next we have Mankey, which you'll catch on Route 3 right before getting to the first gym. This one's a classic strategy from the first gen games, especially if you played yellow version, because otherwise Brock was really tough to face with your Pikachu, Pidgey, and Caterpie. Mankey will be level 4 to 7 when you catch it, and it will evolve into Primeape at level 28, so you can count on it being in its final form before you even take on the third gym. You want the nature to be adamant ideally, but Jolly would be good also, and you want to prioritize 25 plus in attack and speed IVs with 15 plus in the others and special attack not mattering, just like Pidgey. For its ability, go with the Mankey that knows Vital Spirit, as this will make it immune to sleep, which is a fantastic ability to have during your story playthrough to prevent getting hacked by the NPCs. Its moveset will be Seismic Toss and Pursuit, both learned at level 12, U-Turn learned at level 33, and Close Combat learned at level 39. Now it would be really nice to have it hold a black belt, which boosts the power of fighting type moves by 20%. This isn't a farmable item in Kanto region however, so may need to cheat a little bit and pick that up from the GTL. Primeape provides excellent fast physical fighting type damage and a strong offensive presence throughout the story. It can punish the NPCs for switching with Pursuit and keep momentum with U-Turn and then deal some serious damage with Close Combat. I was low-key kind of surprised with how good its moveset can be, because it can also learn the elemental punches, but those are tutor moves you won't have access to until after the Elite Four. That's why I didn't recommend them here. Next we have Sandshrew, which you'll also catch on Route 3 at level 6 to 7. It evolves into Sandslash at level 22, giving a nice early power boost. This one is going to serve as your main HM mule and utility Pokemon for its story, so its nature and ability aren't too important, but in an ideal world you want the nature to be adamant or jolly with 25 plus in attack and speed and 15 plus in the others with special attack not mattering. It can have either ability because they won't really be used, but they are the Sand Veil ability, which boosts its evasion in a sandstorm, and the Sand Rush ability, which can boost its speed in a sandstorm. Its moveset will be Dig learned at level 20, Sand Tomb learned at level 31, Cut via HM you were given by the SS Ann's captain, Strength via HM once you find and return the Safari Warden's gold teeth, and once you are done with the caves of the region and no longer have a real need for Dig, we'll swap that out for Stealth Rock to go up against the Elite Four. Unfortunately, you'll need to snag one from the GTL because it's not available otherwise in this region. And lastly, we'll teach it Rock Smash to replace Sand Tomb when you get it on the island one of the Sevi Islands and need it for the rest of the story. We'll have it hold the Silk Scarf, which boosts the power of its normal type moves by 20%, considering it has Strength and Cut, and that can be found in Mount Moon. Sandslash will be able to chip in with some damage here and there while neutralizing electric attackers, but mostly serves the purpose of being an ultra utility mine carrying 3 HMs along with Dig to quickly exit the caves of the region. The 5th slot on the main team is claimed by Abra. You'll catch one at level 12 to 18 on Route 5, 6, 7, or 8. My favorite spot is the patch of grass right by Cerulean Cave. It'll teleport as soon as it gets a chance, so you'll need to have a Pokemon that's fast or just launch a Pokeball at it as your first battle action and cross your fingers. It will evolve into Kadabra at level 16 and evolves into Alakazam only through trade evolution. You can just run with Kadabra for the purposes of the story, but if you really want the Alakazam and don't have a friend to trade with, send me a message on Discord and I'll see if we can arrange a time to link up in game so I can help you out. I'll leave my Discord tag in the description. For your Abra, you want a timid or modest nature while prioritizing 25 plus in special attack and speed, while 15 plus in the others and attack not mattering. You want the Synchronize ability, which will cause the opponent to receive the same status condition that Kadabra receives, sharing the hack should they try to dish it out. Its moveset will be Psybeam learned at level 16 upon evolution into Kadabra, Recover learned at level 25, Psychic learned at level 35, and Shadow Ball purchased via TM from the Cinnabar Island Pokemart. You could potentially have it learn Calm Mind at level 50 to replace Psybeam, but that's more of a preference recommendation. We're going to give it a Twisted Spoon to boost its psychic moves by 20%, and you can find one on Route 9. Kadabra is an incredibly fast special attacker that will give your team a much needed psychic typing to help handle a variety of threats and will be ultra useful throughout the story. And the final slot on the main team is one of my personal favorites, Snorlax. There's actually 2 level 30 Snorlaxes you can catch as a part of the storyline. They block routes 12 and 16 and can be woken up with the Pokeflute triggering the encounter. I recommend you catch both because it'll be nice to have the extra for another storyline. You'll need to be careful to catch them, be ready with potions, revives, and plenty of balls. It will undoubtedly rest on you, so hit it hard with a fighting move from Primeape that won't one-hit KO it, switch in Sandshrew to use Cut, and still need a little extra chip hoping it stays asleep, and start chucking balls at him. Because they're storyline Pokemon, as mentioned in the intro, they will have a neutral nature and 15s across the board for IVs. Their ability is a good one, Thick Fat, which halves damage from fire and ice type moves, making this guy even tankier. For the moveset, we'll use Crunch and Body Slam, which should already be known when you catch them, Heavy Slam learned at level 32, and Belly Drum learned at 48. We'll have it hold a Leftovers, which restores 1/16 of its max HP each turn, and you can find it on Route 12, right where Snorlax just was, but you need to use the item finder to do so. This will work for both locations actually, and definitely do it because Leftovers are valuable items for both PvE and PvP content. You'll have a use for both. Snorlax is a bulky physical attacker that is going to take a ton of hits for you and dish out some scary damage, especially once you belly drum, and has great coverage with the dark type crunching and the heavy slam that's steel type. It's worth noting that in this region the HMs you need are Cut, Surf, Fly, Strength, Rock Smash, Waterfall, and Flash. Your main team has all of them covered with the exception of Flash. I just couldn't justify taking up a move slot on the main team for it. So instead we'll use one of your throwaway Abras you caught looking for the right one. This will actually be cool too because you can just teleport out of Rock Tunnel once you're done. Now we finished up the main team of 6, but we're not done just yet because I do have an optional 7th pick that I highly recommend. This one's another personal favorite from Gen 1 purely because of how cool it is. But really quick before diving into this one, if you're finding this video helpful so far, please hit the like button and subscribe because this is the final video in this series and I want to send it off with a bang. It's taken a massive amount of time and effort to put the series together, and that like and sub will be the ultra gratifying thank you I need to keep hyped up to make more videos. Okay, the optional but highly recommended pick is Jolteon. You can catch his pre-evolution in Eevee at level 22 on Route 17. This is a rare encounter, so instead you may opt to get the story one as a gift, which you can get on the rooftop of the Celadon mansion. Eevee evolves into Jolteon with a Thunderstone, which you can purchase at the Celadon City department store, and you'll want to do this before your Eevee turns level 25. If you opted to catch one instead of going with the story gift, you want it to have a timid or modest nature with its 25 plus IVs in special attack and speed, and 15 plus in the others with attack not mattering. Its ability is Volt Absorb, which makes it immune to electric moves and restores its HP when hit by one. Its moveset will be Thunderbolt learned at level 25, Discharge learned at level 40, and Thunder Wave and Shadow Ball purchased via TM from the Celadon department store. Naturally, we're going to have it hold a magnet, which boosts its electric moves 20%. This is the pain in the butt one to get in this region because it's available only as a 5% chance held item or on a Magnemite or Magneton, and I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to buy it instead. If you decide to get yourself a Jolteon, it would most often be a fantastic replacement for your Kadabra, and while Kadabra is a great psychic attacker that can recover, Jolteon offers a different type of offensive pressure and provides excellent electric type coverage that will be better for certain matchups such as against Lieutenant Surge, and even doubles up on ghost type move coverage. Now there's just one more Pokemon to cover in case Kanto wasn't your first region or you feel like spending a bit after the 4th gym to make your life even easier. The bonus Pokemon is going to have a hard time shaking your hand, but it's scary nonetheless, and I'm talking about Tyranitar. This formidable rock dark type is an absolute beast, and while you won't catch it in Kanto, grabbing a Tyranitar from the GTL will pay dividends. What makes Tyranitar so epic is its incredible bulk and physical attack stats that allow it to take hits and dish out punishment. It's a fantastic Pokemon for your story completion, and it's also an incredibly useful PvP mon. We want it to have an adamant or jolly nature, and if you have any intention of doing PvP in the future, you can shell out for the green numbers now and get a 5x31 Tyranitar. But if you're not going with the green, go with 25 plus IVs in attack and speed, 15 plus in the others with special attack not mattering. Its ability is Sandstream, which creates a sandstorm when it enters battle. This is an incredible ability for passive damage and can be huge help in difficult battles getting rid of sturdy abilities and focus sashes. Its moveset will be Crunch learned at level 27, Earthquake learned at level 33, Ice Punch via the move tutor at the Battle Frontier, and Pursuit, which is an egg move. Crunch and Earthquake will be easy enough to reteach, but because Pursuit is an egg move and Ice Punch is a tutor move, you'll want to find and buy one that already knows them. We're going to have it hold an Assault Vest, which boosts its special defense by 50% and will make it super bulky and able to wall a lot of NPC threats while punishing them for switching out and dealing serious damage with powerful moves and great typing coverage. If you do decide to acquire Tyranitar from the GTL, it would most often be a fantastic replacement for your Snorlax. While Snorlax is a great tank, Tyranitar offers much higher offensive pressure, helping you sweep opposing teams faster. So that's your team of 6, with a highly recommended 7th, and an 8th to splurge on to make life even easier and potentially have for PvP. Here's a full team so you can take a screenshot of that to reference for later. If you watch my guides for the other regions, then you know there's no stopping here because we still need to go through how we're going to use this team to clear the story battles. So if you're still with me and haven't yet, hit the like button because we're going to go through everything in chronological order, of course, including gym leaders, Gary rival battles, major Team Rocket battles, and Elite Four members. There are going to be spoilers of the NPC's teams, so beware if spoilers aren't your thing, and ultra importantly, as always, if you feel like there's something that I've missed or gotten wrong, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments and I'll humbly make any updates. I've gotten a ton of great feedback from my other videos, which I sincerely appreciate, and I always give the person a shout out when I edit my description and include the updates, so be sure to check the description in this video and any of my other guides. Okay, diving into the first battle, which is against your original rival of the series. His name is Gary, and for some reason he wants to smell you later. He'll challenge you right after getting your starter Pokemon, and if you choose Squirtle as recommended, he'll have a level 5 Bulbasaur. Tackle your way to victory as you often do at the start of a Pokemon game. Before heading to Pewter City and after your early game Pokemon catching spree, there's actually an optional battle to face Gary, so you may as well beat him up and take his money in extra time. He'll be on Route 22 and he'll have a level 9 Bulbasaur and Pidgey. Use your Squirtle or Wartortle's Water Pulse or Bite to handle his Pidgey, and his Bulbasaur can be handled by your Pidgey's flying moves with Mankey's Seismic Toss as backup. Now making our way to the first gym leader in Pewter City, where Brock uses rock types, perfect for getting washed by your Wartortle. He'll bring a level 12 Geodude and a level 14 Onix. Your Wartortle's Water Pulse will make quick work of them, and your Mankey can also help Seismic Toss your way to victory. Next up, you'll encounter Team Rocket for the first time in Mount Moon. You'll face 4 grunts and a scientist who is a bit more challenging than the others. The grunts will have a mix of Pokemon ranging from levels 11 to 13, including Zubats, Rattatas, Sandshrews, and an Ekans. Your Mankey Seismic Toss will be highly effective for the Rattatas, and use the others to swap in and contribute with their stab moves. After dealing with the grunts, you'll face a super nerd. He has a level 12 Coughing, Voltorb, and Grimer. Your Wartortle's Water Pulse will be very effective against Coughing and Grimer, and your Sandshrew is a perfect counter for his Voltorb. Your Mankey and Pidgeotto can chip in where needed. After you've escaped Mount Moon and made your way to Cerulean City, Gary will be waiting for you along the route to defeat Misty. In this battle, he has a level 16 Abra and Rattata, a level 17 Pidgey, and a level 18 Ivysaur. Your Pidgeotto with its wing attack will be a great counter for his Ivysaur. Use Mankey's Seismic Toss on his Rattata, and use Wartortle's Bite to handle his Abra and Water Move to take care of his Pidgey. After your battle with Gary in Cerulean City, you'll find a Team Rocket grunt blocking a house. He has a level 17 Machop and Drowsy. Your Pidgeotto's flying moves will be a great counter for his Machop, and your Wartortle's Bite will quickly bring down the Drowsy. After catching your Abra and training it up a bit, it's time to take on the second gym in Cerulean City, where the gym leader Misty uses water types. She's got a level 16 Goldeen and a level 18 Psyduck and a level 19 Starmie. Your Pidgeotto with its wing attack can make quick work of both Goldeen and Psyduck. Starmie is honestly a bit scarier. Use the combination of your Wartortle's Bite and Kadabra Psybeam to take care of it. Mankey and Sandshrew can chip in a bit where needed, but they'll both get boomed by Psychic and Water moves respectively. After taking down the second gym, Gary will challenge you to another battle on the SS Anne. This time, his team is starting to look pretty familiar. He has a level 22 Raticate and Kadabra, a level 23 Pidgeotto, and a level 25 Ivysaur. Once again, we'll use your Primave's fighting moves to devastate his Raticate, formerly Rattata. Your Pidgeotto's flying attacks will smack up his Ivysaur, and your Wartortle can take care of his Kadabra with Bite, and his Pidgeotto with a water move. Cruising right along to the third gym in Vermilion City, where the leader, Lieutenant Surge, is ready to frustrate you with how fast his electric type Pokemon are. He has a level 25 Voltorb, Elekid, and Magnemite, and a level 27 Raichu. You're really going to lean on your Sandslash for this one, so try to keep it healthy, watching out for Self-Destruct on Voltorb and Magnemite, and Grass Knot on Raichu as answers to Sandshrews ground typing. Use Digger, another powerful ground type move, to take out his team, while Primeape and Alakazam provide support if necessary. Next, we have a major battle sequence against Team Rocket at the Celadon Game Corner, which has 5 floors where you'll face grunts that have Zubats, Rattatas, Raticates, Drowsies, Coughings, Machops, Grimers, Murkrows, and a Sandshrew, a Sandslash, an Ekans, and an Arbok, ranging from levels 17 to 23. You want to pivot between your team members to take advantage of type matchups. Use your Primeape's fighting moves for Rattata, Raticate, and Murkrow. Your Alakazam's psychic moves will be effective against the poison types like Zubat, Coughing, Grimer, Ekans, and Arbok, and use your Pidgeot against Machop and your Wartortle or Blastoise against Sandshrew and Sandslash. Then you'll face Giovanni for the first time, who has a level 29 Kangaskhan, Nidorino, and Nidorina, and a level 30 Murkrow. Use your Primeape's fighting moves for his Kangaskhan and Murkrow. Your Alakazam's psychic moves will be effective against his Nidoran evolutions, and your Wartortle or Blastoise can chip in where needed. After taking care of business in the Celadon Game Corner, challenge the 4th gym leader Erika and her grass types. She has a level 30 Tangela, a level 31 Victory Bell and Vileplume, and a level 33 Blossom. This gym is dominated by your Pidgeot and its flying moves. Use your flying attacks to make quick work of an entire team, and Alakazam can also chip in against Victory Bell and Vileplume. When in the Pokemon Tower, after acquiring the Silph Scope, you'll face the ghost of a Marowak, which is not a catchable Pokemon. The key word being ghost here, as it actually is that type. So what you want to do is hit it with Alakazam or Jolteon Shadow Ball to forcefully send it to the Shadow Realm. After the ghost of Marowak, Gary will challenge you at the top of the Pokemon Tower. This time he has a level 27 Pidgeotto, Kadabra, and Growlithe, a level 29 Eevee, and a level 31 Ivysaur. Use your Blastoise's water moves for the Growlithe and Pidgeotto, Primeape's fighting moves on his Eevee, and your Pidgeot's flying moves against his Ivysaur. Alakazam can contribute if needed. After defeating Gary yet again, head to Fuchsia City and challenge the 5th gym leader Koga and his poison types. He has a level 41 Muck, Venomoth, and Weezing, and a level 43 Crobat. You would think that Kadabra would wash his entire team with Psychic, and that is still going to be our strategy, but annoyingly every single one of his Pokemon know a Ghost or Dark type move to answer, so try to keep Kadabra healthy and keep hitting him with Psychic and have Blastoise chip in with Ice Beam, especially against Crobat. Next up, you'll climb 10 floors up the Silph Co building, battling Team Rocket's grunts and scientists every floor along the way. On floor 2, they have Zubats, Weezings, a Coughing, Grimer, Raticate, Cubone, Voltorb, Magnemite, and a Magneton ranging from levels 25 to 29. On the 3rd floor, they have 2 level 28 Raticates, a Hypno, and a level 29 Electrode and Weezing. On the 4th floor, they have a Zubat, Ekans, Cubone, Machop, Drowsy, and Electrode levels 28 to 33. On the 5th floor, they have Coughings, a Weezing, Magnemite, Magneton, Kadabra, Mr. Mime, Hypno, and Arbok levels 26 to 33. On the 6th floor, they have a Machop, Machoke, Zubat, Golbat, Houndour, Coughings, Magnemite, Magneton, and Voltorb levels 25 to 29. On the 7th floor, they have the Cubones, Rattata, Raticate, Zubat, Houndoom, Sandshrew, Sandslash, Muck, and Electrode levels 26 to 29. On the 8th floor, they have a Grimer, Electrode, Coughing, Weezing, Golbat, Raticate, and Arbok levels 26 to 29. On the 9th floor, they have a Coughing, Voltorb, Magneton, Hypno, Drowsies, Golbat, Machop, and Grimer, all level 28. And on the 10th floor, they have a Magnemite, Coughing, and Machoke levels 29 to 33. On the 11th floor, they have Rattatatas, Ekans, Zubat, Drowsy, Cubone, and Marowak levels 25 to 32. Whoa, that was a lot. There's a ton of battle here's with a lot of repeating Pokemon, so rather than doing each of these battles individually, I'm breaking them down by which Pokemon to use for which Pokemon you'll face. So your Alakazam will make quick work of the Zubats and Golbats with its psychic moves. Your Primeape will beat down the Rattatatas and Raticates with its fighting moves. Blastoise's water moves will decimate the Sandshrews, Sandslashes, Cubones, and Marowak. You'll somewhat awkwardly use your Sandslash's dig against the Voltorbs, Electrodes, Magnemites, and Magnetons. Your Alakazam with its psychic moves will destroy the many poison types in Ekans, Arbok, Coughing, Wheezing, Grimer, Muck, Zubat, and Golbat, and if you have a Jolteon, you could use that for the Zubats and Golbats as well. Your Pidgeot with its flying moves will make short work of the Machops and Machokes, and your Snorlax or Tyranitar, if you have it, will crunch up the Drowsies, Hypnos, Kadabra, and Mr. Mime. Lastly, Blastoise's Surf will wash away the Houndour and Houndoom. If you manage the battles in this way, you should climb the floors fairly easily, not to say you won't need to heal plenty. After these many battles, you'll face Gary for the 6th time. This time he has a level 35 Alakazam and Arcanine, a level 37 Pidgeot, a level 38 Vaporeon, and a level 40 Venusaur. Of course you'll take a hit because you're a slow boy, but your Snorlax or Tyranitar's Crunch will handle his Alakazam. Blastoise will sink the Arcanine with its water moves, and your Pidgeot's flying moves will be a great counter for his Venusaur once again. And for his Vaporeon, use the combo of Alakazam and Primeape to take care of it. That is, of course, unless you have the Jolteon, in which case just hit him with a Thunderbolt. Now the climax of the whole encounter, which is your second battle against Giovanni. This time he'll have a formidable team with fantastic coverage. It consists of a level 36 Kangaskhan and Rhyhorn, a level 37 Honchkrow, a level 38 Nidoking, and a level 40 Nidoqueen. Your Primeape's close combat will make quick work of Kangaskhan. For Rhyhorn, Nidoking, and Nidoqueen, your Blastoise with water moves will be devastating while you use its Ice Beam for Honchkrow. Kadabra's psychic moves can chip in against Nidoking and Nidoqueen if needed. After your epic domination of Team Rocket in the Silph building, you'll face the unofficial gym of Saffron City, the Fighting Dojo. The black belts inside will have Machops, Primeapes, and a Machoke ranging from levels 31 to 36. Your Pidgeot and Kadabra are your best weapons here, as their flying and psychic moves will be super effective against all of them. Once dispatching the students, you'll face the head black belt, who has a Poliwrath, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, and a Hitmontop. Once again, your Pidgeot and Alakazam will continue their dominance. Jolteon can sub in to take care of the Poliwrath with Thunderbolt if you needed to. You'll be rewarded with a Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan depending on your choice, which is pretty cool. After beating the unofficial gym, it's time to take on the official 6th gym where Sabrina uses her psychic types. She has a level 40 Mr. Mime and Slowbro, a level 41 Jinx and Espeon, and a level 43 Alakazam. Your Snorlax or Tyranitar's Crunch will be your primary weapon against her psychic types, especially the Alakazam and Espeon. For her Jinx, Primeape's close combat will be super effective, but it will get boomed by the psychic moves. Same thing with Alakazam, you can use Shadow Ball, but you're going to get hit back hard. And for her Slowbro, you can have Jolteon come in to Thunderbolt it. Blastoise and Pidgeot can help out where you need them to. Heading over the water to the 7th gym where you'll face Blaine, the Fire-type gym leader. He has a level 44 Magmar, Magcargo, and Ninetales, and a level 45 Rapidash, and a level 47 Arcanine. Your Blastoise with its water moves will certainly be the key to winning this battle. However, watch out for Arcanine and Magmar both having Wild Charge. Snorlax could tank some hits if you need it, and Tyranitar can hit with Earthquake, especially the Magmar and Magcargo. Next up is the final time you'll face Giovanni, who turns out to be the Viridian City gym leader. He has a level 48 Dugtrio, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and Rhydon, and a level 52 Rhyperior. Interestingly enough, your starter Blastoise solos his entire team with its water moves and Ice Beam. His Rhydon and Rhyperior are actually 4 times weak to water. Your Kadabra psychic moves will be very effective against Nidoking and Nidoqueen, so it can help out there, which isn't a bad idea because the Nidoking does know Thunderbolt. After this, you'll have earned your 8th badge and defeated Team Rocket. Well, not really actually, because they persist for another whole game. See in the Johto storyline. After earning your 8th badge, Gary will want to smoke one more time on the way to the Pokemon League on Route 22 in the same place as the second battle. This time he'll have the same team as before, but I'm not exactly sure of the levels to be honest. He'll also potentially add Rhyperior to his team for this fight. We'll have the same strategy as last time. Use your Snorlax or Tyranitar's Crunch to handle his Alakazam. Blastoise will once again sink the Arcanine with its water moves and do the same to Rhyperior if he has it. Your Pidgeot's flying moves will deal with his Venusaur, and for the Vaporeon, use Jolteon's Thunderbolt or the combo of Alakazam and Primeape if you don't have it. Now it's time to become Kanto Region's champion in far less time than Ash ever could. For the Elite Four battles, we'll use your poor Sand/HM Mule as your lead to immediately click Stealth Rock and then get KO'd. You'll want to switch its item for a Focus Sash in these battles so it doesn't get one-hit KO'd by something leaving you without hazards. That would be very bad. A Stealth Rock TM is given to you on the SS and. At this point you may be asking, why didn't I just use Geodude with Sturdy that learns Stealth Rock naturally at level 12? And that would be a very good question. The reason is because I needed to have a Pokemon on the team that could learn to cut. I tried a couple different options with Geodude in the lineup instead, but it changed too much and I didn't like it. Not to say you won't find something that you do. Anyway, enough of a diversion. Now, the first trainer of the Elite Four is Lorelei, the Ice-type trainer. She has a level 54 Dugong and Cloyster, a level 55 Slowbro and Jinx, and a level 56 Lapras. This battle will be carried by your Primate's fighting moves, however watch out for Jinx and Lapras using Psychic. Also, you'll use your Jolteon to take care of Slowbro, or the combination of Alakazam and Blastoise if you don't have it. Snorlax's Heavy Slam can actually go kind of crazy here too. Next up is the second Elite Four member Bruno, the fighting type trainer. He has a level 54 Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, a level 55 Steelix and Poliwrath, and a level 56 Machamp. Your Pidgeot will be fantastic counter here with its flying moves, however 3 of them know rock moves and 1 knows an electric move, so they'll hit back hard. Alakazam's Psychic attacks will also be a go-to here, and for Steelix, Blastoise's water moves are a perfect counter. And for Poliwrath, Jolteon is a natural answer, but both your Pidgeot's flying moves and Kadabra's Psychic moves will be just as effective like the others. Next we have the third Elite Four member Agatha, the Ghost type trainer, who actually has more poison types. No wonder she gets replaced by Koga. She has a level 54 Mismagius and Arbok, a level 55 Crobat and Weezing, and a level 56 Gengar. This is a battle where your Snorlax or Tyranitar's Crunch will be your primary weapon against Mismagius and Gengar. And for anything that's not Mismagius, Kadabra's Psychic moves will be super effective, so you'll need to keep it healthy. For Crobat, Blastoise can help out with its Ice Beam. Next up is the fourth and of course not last member of the Elite Four, Lance the Dragon type trainer, who once again actually has more flying types than he does dragon types. He has a level 54 Kingdra and Gyarados, a level 55 Aerodactyl and Charizard, and a level 56 Dragonite. For his Charizard, the natural and thematic answer is Blastoise's water moves. Everyone else is dominated by Blastoise's Ice Beam and Tyranitar's Ice Punch. Jolteon can also pretty much 6-0 his team with Thunderbolt. This should actually be one of the easier battles of the Elite Four with your team comp, believe it or not. To become the Pokemon champion, you'll face off against Gary a final time. He has a level 56 Pidgeot, Alakazam, and Rhyperior, a level 57 Arcanine and Vaporeon, and a level 58 Venusaur. We've already got a tried and true strategy for this fool, so let's use it. Use your Snorlax or Tyranitar's Crunch to handle his Alakazam. Blastoise will one-hit KO the Arcanine and Rhyperior with its water moves. Your Pidgeot's flying moves will continue embarrassing his starter Venusaur, and lastly for the Vaporeon, use Jolteon's Thunderbolt or the combo of Alakazam and Primeape if you don't have it. Congratulations on your victory, champ, but we're not done just yet because there's some extra storyline added into the Fire Red and Leaf Green versions beyond the content of the original Gen 1 games. Heading on over to Mount Ember in the Sevi Islands, where you'll face 2 grunts with a mix of Pokemon including Rattata, a Raticate, a Sandshrew, a Sandslash, a Cubone, and a Marowak, all ranging from levels 35 to 37. Yes, you heard right, levels 35 to 37. These clowns clearly don't know you're the GOAT now. As in your prior experience walloping Team Rocket, your Primate's fighting moves will make quick work of the Rattata and Raticate, and your Blastoise's water moves will be devastatingly effective against the Sandshrew, Sandslash, Cubone, and Marowak. On 4 Island, you'll face a Team Rocket grunt that has 2 level 38 Zubats and a level 38 Golbat. Use Alakazam's Psychic or Jolteon's Thunderbolt to dispatch of them post-haste. Next up, at the 5 Island Meadow, the Team Rocket grunts hit a real power spike all of a sudden. They have a Rattata, Grimer, Muck, Ekans, 2 Glooms, Coughing, and Wheezing, ranging from levels 48 to 50. Whap the Rattata with your Primate's fighting moves, and then your Kadabra can literally destroy everything else with its Psychic moves. Alright, now we're boldly going to break into Team Rocket's warehouse to deal with them once and for all. Well, until you start the Johto region, that is. Here you'll first be met by 3 grunts who have 2 Houndour, 2 Machops, a Machoke, and 2 Hypnos. Blastoise will easily take care of the Houndours with its water moves. The Machops and Machoke will be erased by Alakazam's Psychic, and the Hypnos can be taken out with Alakazam or Jolteon's Shadow Ball or Snorlax or Tyranitar's Crunch. Next, you'll face off against 2 admins that are just as real as the Elite Four, honestly. The first one has a level 56 Muck, Vileplume, and Arbok, and a level 58 Honchkrow. Alakazam continues to shine with the Psychic, taking care of Muck, Vileplume, and Arbok. Primeape can punch the Honchkrow in the face with a fighting move. The second admin has a level 56 Electrode, Magnetar, and Weezing, and a level 58 Crobat and Houndoom. Blastoise's water moves are the answer to Magnetar and Houndoom. Alakazam can handle the Weezing and Crobat with Psychic, while Crobat can also be taken out by Jolteon's Thunderbolt or Blastoise's Ice Beam. Use Snorlax or Tyranitar to handle the Electrode. The final battle will be against Scientist Gideon, who is actually kind of annoying because he has mostly electric types, and we don't have a very useful ground type just because Lieutenant Surge would be the only other real reason for it in this region. He has 2 level 50 Electrodes, a level 51 Magneton and Magnezone, and a level 53 Porygon Z. Use Primeape's fighting moves for the Porygon Z and use Tyranitar or Snorlax to take some hits and dish out some damage. Sandshrew and Jolteon come in to help as well. And with that, you will have cleared the Kanto story in PokeMMO with a streamlined team. From tackling every gym leader and rival battle to crushing the Elite Four and foiling Team Rocket, this squad has you covered with solid moves, great type synergy, and full HM utility to breeze through the game. If you're still here and found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe because this marks the end of an incredible journey with this series. It'll be a great way to say congratulations, and it honestly brings me such a great deal of joy to see the numbers go up. Comment down below with how the team is working for you, or if you chose a different team, let me know. I'm really interested to see what you guys used. Thanks for watching, I sincerely appreciate you, and I'll catch you next time.